For today's double review, I have two helpings of shooter modern retro style. We have top-down, vertical, and side-scrolling with Mutants from the Deep and Astrolancer. Mutants from the Deep comes from Loco Melito, a favorite of mine, and someone who has definitely had some amazing modern retro games in the past. For this one, they were inspired by the likes of 2D side-scrollers from the NES era. We play as a diver who has been called to investigate mysterious acts of espionage at an oil rig in the ocean to discover there are, well, mutants from the deep. And with help from a mermaid who's also packing a gun, we must solve this case while managing our health and oxygen. This is again classic 2D side-scrolling action, as you must swim and weave your way around bullets and enemies, collecting power-ups, money, and other things. You must manage your oxygen supply at all times. If it runs out, you will start losing your health, and if you run out of health, it is game over. Now, the game is on the short side. I think this was only 5 or 6 stages long, so you're not going to be spending a long time backtracking if you do end up dying. The difficulty of this one, I would say, is on the moderate side. If you've played any 2D side-scroller in the past, you should be well acquainted with the rules and general mechanics here. After a level is over, you can use the coins and treasure you find in order to buy upgrades, such as having more health, more oxygen, more damage, and stuff like that, which will come into play. And like their previous games, there is a true ending challenge for you to achieve as well. Of course, the music is on point, thanks to Grisor doing it once again. And this is, again, a completely free game provided by Loco Melito, so I'll include a link to it down below. And I enjoy it. If you're looking again for like a 10 to 20 hour long experience, this is not it. But if you're a fan of modern retro side-scrolling shooting and looking for one that is of course the best price out there, then you should definitely give this one a check. It's time for more 2D shooting with Astrolancer. This one inspired by the likes of Blaster Master, as well as vertical shooters or shmups as well. When a mining colony is under invasion by evil robots, it is up to Astrolancer here to save the day. And to do that, we are going to have to shoot our way through many different robots. The game features both modern and retro controls. Retro controls mean you do not have any kind of strafing capabilities whatsoever. Modern will allow your character to kind of aim in one spot or aim in one direction. You can move around, but the penalty is that you will only do, I think, 80% damage with your shots. Honestly, after playing this one on stream, I would suggest going with modern controls, because you'll hit more probably with them than you would to feel like the 20% reduction. The level design here is split between top-down shooting / exploration, and then the vertical shooting segments where you must kind of finish off the boss of each level. In each stage, there are going to be secrets and collectibles for you to find. This is very important, as you can use EC, which is kind of like the special resource that is available, in order to purchase upgrades, such as new guns, raise your base stats, etc. As for the gameplay itself, you'll have access to a standard gun and an alternate. You can kind of swap between your additional bought guns at any time. You have a thrust meter. That is what's kind of in the upper left below my video. This will allow you to do a thrusting attack that also grants iframes, and is very important because this is your sole defensive maneuver in the game. And if you don't learn how to do it, you are going to be in real trouble. As you'll explore, you'll get access to additional sub-items and weapons that you can equip. And again, this is a game that you can tell by the footage exactly what you're going to be getting into. There are multiple difficulty levels that will of course increase the challenge, and on some of the boss fights, it does get to almost levels of bullet hell for you to dodge. As a bonus point, the game becomes with a virtual printed manual that looks right out of the NES era. Music is, again, another really solid take with its chip tunes and music that emulates that kind of old school style. Now, this one, if you're playing on the higher difficulties, I would say is going to be on the harder side. You're going to be dodging a whole mess of bullets. And one issue I do have with this game is the checkpointing. There are in-level checkpoints, and they are oftentimes before a major boss or after certain progress has been made. You do not save, however, if you have to leave a level in mid-mission. If you do, you will have to restart the entire level from scratch. And I would have liked, I think, a little bit more checkpoint before some of the more annoying fights in this game. You do not have a lot of iframe after being hit, and you can find your health destroyed very quickly in some of these bosses. Now, of course, if you're having trouble with the game, you can lower the difficulty down, but there is certainly a suitable amount of challenge here for fans of the genre. And I really enjoyed this one, and I'm really glad the developer reached out to send me a key to check it out on stream. So this is one of those games that it does exactly what it says on, well, the virtual box. If you have any love of modern retro gameplay, especially the shooter style, then this is a very easy recommendation, and I hope this game does well for the developer, because I would love to see them do more in this particular vein. So with that, we're going to wrap things up here for this double review. Both games, again, are very easy recommendations. Again, Mutants from the Deep Warp was played technically free, while Astrolancer was played with a press key. And let me tell you, your game does not have to be modern, retro, or anything in between. Please reach out. And with that said, everyone, have a great night, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and if you're interested in more of my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.